All right, Dyson boys are back again. It's Wednesday, October 3rd, 2018. And the hits just keep on coming. The Democrats, man, you're in desperation mode, aren't you, Democrats? Extreme desperation mode. You got Cory Booker out there now saying that Kavanaugh should withdraw, or President Trump should withdraw the nomination because, how did he put it? Because we can't have something that is not moral to be on the Supreme Court. Democrats speaking about morality.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, really, Cory.
Cory, you still hooking up with that stripper out there? Okay. So you're a senator, a U.S. senator, not a state senator, but you're a U.S. senator, and you hang out with strippers, texting back and forth with strippers, telling her how beautiful she is, etc., etc. Okay? So much for your morality, huh? You Democrats, man, are a piece of work. Dianne Feinstein, you send a letter to, back on Sunday, September 30th, you send a letter to Don McGahn, who was White House counsel, and Christopher Wray, who was director of the FBI. What are you asking for? Hey, I want you to send me over a copy of the directive that Trump put out to the FBI. And if there's any more evidence or names that we don't know about yet that the FBI uncovers, we want you to send that over too. Dianne. Really? Really? So you sat on a letter that you got July 30th about alleged sexual misconduct by Judge Kavanaugh from Christine Blasey Ford. You sit on that until when? The day after the hearings are over. And we're getting ready to go to vote. But now you spring this. And then people ask you to present the letter and you refuse to do so. So now you want to have everybody think, oh, it's all about transparency.
Yeah.
You Democrats, man, I'm telling you, man, you guys just don't quit with the silliness. Now, Dianne, are you looking at being investigated for being the entity that leaked and outed Christine Blasey Ford? You're being investigated for that, aren't you? But you guys are going to hold the same line that you've always held, and that is to destroy anyone that's in your way of you keeping power or retaining power in this case.
Yeah.
So that you don't care about leaking information, outing anyone, destroying anyone. Now you want to play Miss High and Mighty. Now you want somebody to be transparent with you when that's not what you've done, because you didn't see the need to be transparent. You guys, that playbook that you guys run, Dianne, all tattered and torn, all dog-eared on the pages, that stuff's coming back to haunt you. So now you're feeling desperate. And then folks like Cory Booker, you're going to come out and you're going to say the same old things that you've always said, especially with regard to Kavanaugh. Say the same old stuff. We've heard, Cory, we've heard you and other Democrats talk this mess that you're talking. Withdraw the nomination, morality, an issue of morality. We've heard this from you before. This is nothing new. But you guys have nothing else to draw on. Nothing else to draw on but your evil and your wickedness. That's what you have to draw on.
Yeah.
You guys are sick. My brother and I, yesterday we were talking about the movie Misery, the book Misery. There's a scene where James Caan in the movie, this girl is giving him the blues. Giving him the blues. He finally gets the drop on her near the end of the movie. He takes magazines, newspapers, whatever he can get his hands on. He jumps down on top of her and he's stuffing this stuff down her throat and calling her a sick, twisted witch. That's you Democrats. You're sick and you're twisted. You're nothing but a coven of witches and warlocks. You're evil.
Yeah, it's to the point where you like, do we have a difference of opinion, or am I dealing with a rabid dog? You know, and what do you do with a rabid dog?
Mm-hmm. Put him down.
You put it down, you know, because, you know, and I know there are people out there with the mindset, you know, we need to all come together. Yeah, we do need to all come together, you know.
And get rid of the Democrats.
Yeah, and get rid of these people because they're evil,
mm-hmm.
you know. They're sending letters laced with ricin, you know, to the Pentagon, to the White House. I think Ted Cruz got one.
Mm-hmm. Ted Cruz did.
And it's like, okay, so we're past talking.
Mm-hmm.
We're past coming to agreements,
mm-hmm.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're going to take these desperate measures
mm-hmm.
to get rid of the people. So what do you think is going to happen if you get rid of someone?
Mm-hmm.
You think that's going to stop?
Mm-hmm.
You think
mm-hmm.
that the mess you're doing is going to, okay, well, we're not going to do that anymore. We're not going to try to, FBI isn't going to try to find out how
who
the message dies, how the letter got out of her office, you know, how, did it jump off the desk and run out, or did somebody help it out the office? Somehow.
Go, get along, little fella.
Yeah, you know. So, and then they threw the letter out the office and closed the door. What? Something happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the letter got leaked. So,
mm-hmm.
and Di wants to know, are they looking into that? Now, you know they're looking into it.
Mm-hmm.
You know you're wrong,
mm-hmm.
Di.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I didn't leak the letter. I don't think my staff leaked the letter. No. Any of y'all leaked the letter?
Yeah.
No, my staff didn't leak the letter either.
And if you look at that, that was a lame attempt that she did. I didn't leak the letter. That was lame, Diane.
Yeah.
That was not believable.
But then again, we're not supposed to be here. You know,
mm-mm.
The allegation enough by its in and of itself was going to make Kavanaugh run for cover. He was going to jump out and say, "Okay, I don't want to do this anymore." But he stuck to his.
He says, "I'm not going anywhere."
He held his ground.
Yeah,
and he said, "No, I'm going to clear my name."
Mm-hmm,
you know,
mm-hmm,
and so now they got to Then your ace in the hole is Michael Avenatti.
the weasel.
Oh God, I'm like, no, you guys didn't. You know, you go get this guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and everybody know who he is. Mm-hmm. But this is the guy you're gonna have drudging up. You know, going in the stripper bars and pulling people out of them to say that, yeah, I was molested by Judge Kavanaugh. You know, 30-something years ago. No, really?
How old are you? I'm 21. 30 years ago, you're 21. That's how ridiculous this stuff is.
Yes.
That's how ridiculous it is.
Ridiculous. It's like the video we were watching yesterday on YouTube. Maybe my brother put a link to it. This guy, he accused Judge Kavanaugh of stealing his Cobra Commander G.I. Joe.
36 years ago.
36 years ago. When they were 7 years old.
When they were 7 years. He said, I know that's my G.I. Joe. Kavanaugh stole his G.I. Joe and sold it.
He said,
my boy, he sees his G.I. Joe. I know that's my G.I. Joe because he's got the same scars in his face.
in one of the G.I. Joe, one of the G.I. Joe dinosaurs or something, he said, you know, bit Cobra Commander in the head.
He
still got the scratches. So I know that's my G.I. Joe. He thought I left my G.I. Joe at my cousin's house or something. But, you know, Brett Kavanaugh stole my G.I. Joe.
It was a funny parody.
It was
just to show the ridiculousness.
Nonsense that they're throwing up, trying to make this stuff palatable to the American people. We're all supposed to be up in arms, mad at Brett Kavanaugh. Mm-hmm. You know, you sick, twisted. You know, what do you? We don't need sick, twisted people like that on the Supreme Court. You know, this guy's got to go. And America's like, no, the sick, twisted part is you guys.
Yeah, you guys.
You know, you guys are the sick, twisted part. You know, this nonsense you're pulling. So now everybody's out here going to be campaigning all week. The CNN, the rest of the MSMs are going to be telling us how wicked this guy is and how evil he is. Booker's going to be running around there talking about morality.
Yeah.
Blumenthal's going to be running around here talking about morality. Mr. Rambo and Braddock all rolled up in one. When he was in Vietnam, that he never went to, talking about he's this great Vietnam hero, Then you got Dyson, that little bridge troll standing around trying to figure out
what she gonna bridge troll.
Yeah, that little bridge troll standing around trying to figure out what's her next move going to be. Yeah, well, the next move, is, just like Lindsey Graham was indicating, once Kavanaugh gets confirmed and gets voted on and gets put on the Supreme Court and they start military tribunals, we are looking at you, and she knows it.
And she knows it.
She knows it,
Well, Lindsey Graham has already put her on notice.
Yeah, he let him. This is his statement was, this is what this is about. Whether or not you guys going to jail or not. That's what we're doing here with Brett Kavanaugh. This is not about sex scandals or any of this stuff. This is about two people trying to stay out of jail. That's what this whole thing is about.
Listen to a part of this letter that she wrote. Here's how Democrats take things and twist them. Okay? She says at the beginning of her letter, "Dear Mr. McGahn and Director Ray, on Friday would have been September 28th, I believe. On Friday, Chairman Grassley announced he would be requesting that the administration instruct the FBI to conduct a supplemental background investigation." You hear the twist? Oh, Grassley went up on his own and said, "Hey, Mr. President, instruct the FBI to do this investigation." No, Diane, that's all you guys were calling for all week long last week. Another investigation, another investigation, another investigation. So Grassley goes up, "Hey, they want another investigation," and Trump says, "Okay, let's do one." And you were calling for not a supplemental background investigation, Diane. You Democrats think people aren't watching and listening to what you say. It's just absolutely insane. No, you weren't calling for a supplemental background investigation, Diane, you folks over there on the left. You were calling for a thorough FBI investigation. Now that a thorough FBI investigation is going on, now what are they whining and crying about? Oh, they shouldn't be investigating this part. They should be investigating this part. They're going a little bit too far in their investigation. No, you wanted a thorough.
What part of thorough did you not understand?
Yeah, what part of thorough do you not understand, Diane? You folks are sick and twisted. That's it right there. That is the definition of you Democrats. You're sick and you're twisted. So now in your letter, you're going to take and twist it around as if Chuck Grassley took it upon himself. Hey, Mr. President, let's get an investigation, another investigation. And dude, we had 6 already. Let's just do a 7th one. And let's make it a supplemental background investigation. Okay, Mr. President? And DJT, yeah, okay, Chuck, whatever, man. So you get your investigation, Diane, you wicked Democrats. You get your investigation, but then you're hollering and screaming that it's going too far. You asked for it.
You asked for it.
You're getting it. What's the deal? Oh, some names gonna come up, Diane, that you don't want to come up? That's why you want Don McGahn and Christopher Wray to give you a copy of the directive so you can see what it says. Yeah. Then you turn around. After the investigation starts, your minions get on TV and starts talking about Trump is micromanaging the investigation. Man, Trump's at a rally. He's packing the house at rallies. He told the FBI, hey man, talk to whomever you need to talk to. investigate whatever you need to investigate. After the investigation is over with, get back with us.
Yeah.
Let us see what you discover. So Deborah Ramirez, this is how sick and twisted this stuff is. Deborah Ramirez, she gets talked to by the FBI on Sunday, which would have been September 30th, 2018. The lying mainstream media starts reporting, oh, she gave the FBI a list of names who can corroborate her allegations. Where'd you get that information from? And then they start, someone close to the investigation, they start with the anonymous person again. Okay? So they start with that again. So now you're putting out this stuff about, oh yeah, she gave them, the FBI, Deborah Ramirez did, a list of names. That's what you report. No basis in fact. That's just what you're putting out there. So now you're trying to, since a thorough investigation is ongoing, now you're trying to tank that.
Yeah, you don't want that to happen.
You folks on the left, man, you are no good. No good to society whatsoever. You're a bunch of liars. You're evil, you're wicked, you're despicable, and your feet stink and you ain't no good.
And voting for a Democrat right along through here is like voting to have a shot of the plague.
Yeah.
You know, like standing in line to, say, okay, yeah, we
got the black plague here.
Yeah, okay, well, I want that shot.
Yeah.
I want that to happen to me. They've never done anything for you. It's all lies. Only way you would really want to support a Democrat right now is if you wanted to be one.
Yeah.
If you wanted to run for office.
Yeah, if you're wicked, despicable, and evil.
Yeah, the Democrats are, your people.
Yeah.
They're your people.
Mm-hmm.
Rats hang with rats.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see a rat running with the cats.
No, you don't see that.
You don't see that.
We're bugs, man.
Yeah, rats run with rats.
Yeah.
Cats run with cats, Dogs run with dogs. So, if you a lying piece of crap, yeah, you want to be a Democrat.
Yeah, you want to hang around with lying pieces of crap.
Yeah.
So y'all can all be lying pieces of crap together.
And far as Flake, I know everybody wants to line Flake up.
Oh, Jeff.
Everybody wants to line Flake up against the wall and throw darts.
Don't shoot him. Don't throw darts at him. Yeah. Tell him how he looks.
Let's take Jeff to the dump and stone him.
Take him outside the camp.
Then cover him up. That's what everybody want to do with Flake. But here we go. The scenario. Friday scenario. When it comes down to the vote. Flaky Jeffrey, comes in and he whispers in Trust Grassley's ear. Mm-hmm. Well, what was going on? Mm-hmm. And Grassley is trying to get a quorum. The Democrats keep getting up and leaving the room. They know that in order to have a quorum, they would need 2 people from the minority party in the room, or you don't have a quorum. So then the voting won't be official. So the Democrats weren't going to be there. So Flake goes over here to the Democrats, and tells them, okay, I'm not going to vote for Kavanaugh,
for it to go to
the floor of the Senate. He going to do that. So, okay, everybody runs back into the room because they figure, okay, we're going to vote, and they don't have enough votes to really, to push it out, properly. Even though it would still go to the Senate, it would go as a negative, that the committee didn't confirm the guy, So it might still go to the Senate, but you have that taint on it. And the Democrats want to have that taint on. Well, the committee, we didn't agree that this guy should be, not, become a Supreme Court justice. Well, so they all run back in the room. Flake says his little statement. They are sitting there like, yeah, we got this. Grassley calls for the vote, makes sure they have a quorum, and that's why you didn't hear all this noise coming from the other side of the line, because they think they got this in the bag. They give the vote. Flake votes. Is the 11th vote to get them out of the committee. The committee confirmed this guy, and so they sitting there looking like, whoa, what happened? That wasn't supposed to happen, And when I'm reading this, it's like Classic Donald Trump. He said he knows what you're going to do. You know, classic trap. I know the road you're going to take, so I go down the road and I set an ambush. You know, because you always come through here. Mm-hmm. So we set an ambush for you. They fall for it because they're so stupid. You know, these people are not bright and intelligent. These people are stupid. So they fall into the trap. Flakes becomes the Judas goat. You know, so everybody's out here, you know, on Flake. Flake, no, he's not running again.
Yeah, he has nothing to lose.
He has nothing to lose. They already had the votes in the Senate. They knew that. The Democrats knew that, you know. But they just wanted to use that to see if they could push more people away from Kavanaugh, you know, Judge Kavanaugh. And it blew up in their faces. So now you got Booker and Feinstein running around here, you know, trying to do damage control, you know. But they did it to themselves. And every time they do something and they think, okay, we're going to stifle Trump here, Trump's at a rally somewhere smiling. You don't ever see the dude with a worried look on his face, no, you know, do. Because they got your playbook. They know what you're going to run. Mm-hmm. You know, none of your formations are going to fool them. Mm-hmm. They know what you are going to run this play out of these here formations. Mm-hmm. We know this. And so they always stop your play. And you trying to figure out, well, how it happened. He's smarter than you.
It's like a football team's like, dude, we don't even need to watch film on these guys. Yeah. They do the same stuff over and over and over again.
You know?
Yeah.
So you know what they're going to do.
You know what they're going to do.
But see, when you haven't had to think, when you haven't had to have a contingency plan, we don't need no stinking contingency plan. We always win. Because we got the media, we got academia, we got Hollywood, you know, we got everything under our control. What do we need to worry about? You know, we got the country under our thumb.
You see, another thing that has come to light is about the money that these Dems who are sitting on the Judiciary Committee, the money that they've taken from Planned Parenthood.
Yeah.
Now, Planned Parenthood, what's their agenda? Their agenda is unfettered abortions.
Yeah.
That's what their agenda is. So they're feeding contributions to these Democrats sitting on the Judiciary Committee. Now, Planned Parenthood wants to see something for their money.
For their money.
Okay? And what they want to see is not sitting on the Supreme Court. That's what they want to see. So now they got to be thinking to themselves, hey, you guys are ineffective. You're not giving us what we paid for. It's like me going into a store and buying a pair of shoes, and before I walk out the door, they got security. Now, you can't take those shoes with you. Yeah, but I paid for them. Yeah, but you can't take them with you. Yeah, but I paid for them. They're mine. No, they're not. They're ours. Give them back. Well, give me my money back. What money are you talking about?
Yeah.
So that's what you got here. So Planned Parenthood, they got to be a little bit hot under the collar because they're not getting what they paid for, which is we don't want Judge Kavanaugh to be sitting on the Supreme Court as an associate justice. Yeah. Hey, Diane, we gave you $21,000 over the years. You can't put a stop to this?
Yeah.
Hey, Dick Durbin, we gave you over 10 grand. You can't put a stop to this? Hey, Klubacher, we gave you money too. And you can't put a stop to this? All of you clowns together can't put a stop to this?
Nope.
All of you together? It's like, we want our money back. Oh man, we already spent it.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna send Luca Brasi over to talk to you. And I don't know if you guys know who Luca Brasi is, but
Godfather 1.
If you've seen Godfather 1, you know, big Luca Brasi, that was Don Vito's boy. Hey, Don, I need you to go take care of that. All right? Not a problem, boss. All right? You want him to send Luca Brasi over to you, Diane? Corey? Kamala? You got money from Planned Parenthood too, Kamala. Dick Durbin? Blumenthal? Klubacher? Horona? All you guys sitting over there? White House? How much you get, White House? Okay. Y'all gonna get a visit from Luca Brasi. And Luca Brasi don't sit down and negotiate. He just swings into action. So what you guys are looking at is Luca Brasi coming at you. And he cannot be stopped.
And it's been said, and it's nothing official, but it's just been put out there. I know I said this before. The Queen is really upset with Clinton. They said she wanted Clinton's head on a stick.
I want my money back for her head on a platter.
Yeah, she wanted Clinton's head on. So they had to talk her down off that mountain, because Hillary didn't deliver. Right after she lost, within a week, all these donations falling into the Clinton Foundation ceased. And they had to close down operations. Well, where was that money coming from? Where was that money coming from? Because it wasn't like they were doing charitable stuff out here.
Because what they did, what that Clinton Foundation did to Haiti is inexcusable.
It's
Inexcusable. They siphoned off a bunch of money for their own good and left the people of Haiti holding the bag.
So they got all these millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars in donations.
People making donations.
And they didn't do anything.
You thinking that Clinton's going to swing
into action.
Swing into action and help the country of Haiti rebuild. They were talking about, we're going to, bring businesses into Haiti and so people can have employment. Yeah, you did. But you put it miles away from the people that really needed to work. They couldn't even get there to the job if they wanted to.
You had no intention of doing that. Democrats do that all the time.
It was all about lining your pocket.
They come in and they say, well, we're going to do something in the low-income communities. And they don't.
Never have.
The money that they send in there, who ends up benefiting off it? The local elite.
Yep.
They take that money. They subject to build a shopping center somewhere, but it's in their area.
It's in their neighborhood.
They use the money for the land in their area.
Well, it's
you're supposed to walk out to the shopping center.
Yeah, well, it's like here in Flint. You have no major retailers within the city limits of Flint. You got to go outside the city limits.
Yep.
Okay? But because they've done nothing to attract business into the city.
Right.
Who would want to build a business inside of the city limits of Flint? Yeah. I mean, look at what Myers had to do.
Yeah.
Man,
they weren't even in Flint.
Yeah, we weren't even in Flint, but they were close enough.
Close enough.
It's like, no, we can't do business like this. Not only did Myers close down, they tore the building down. Tore it down because of what was happening to their business. They're absolutely amazing. Everything they touch, the Democrats and the left, they don't have. Talk about a green thumb, a Midas touch. Nope. Not with those guys.
And for all you people that don't live in Michigan, Ohio, and Indiana, Myers is like a Walmart.
Yeah.
It's a regional deal. So that's what Myers is. But anyway, these people have spent their wad, as they say. You've done it.
Yeah.
You've thrown your best pitch and now your arm tired.
Yeah.
It's stuff like that. Well, wow, that last hit I took, Coach, man, I don't know if I can go out here and do this now. So you got your best quarterback on the bench.
It's like what you just said. It's like in the movie Love of the Game with Kevin Costner. He was once a stellar pitcher. Now his arms are giving out. He's a little bit older. Now he's up against this young batter, rookie dude. It's like Kevin's throwing pitches at him. Kevin Costner looks at the guy and says to himself, "You're not scared of me, are you, man? Everybody else scared of me, but you're not scared of me because you don't know who I am. You don't know what I'm about." So that's DJT. He's the young batter.
Yeah.
And here you got these old seasoned vets on the Democrat side. All these old seasoned politicians have been there for years. Okay. And they're looking at Trump. He's not scared of us.
Yeah, he's not afraid of us.
He's not afraid of us.
As a matter of fact, he's handing us he's handing our ears to us.
Yeah.
Everything we try against this dude doesn't work. Well, it's like I always say, you get in the ring to box, you can't be afraid of the guy you're boxing, or he'll whoop your butt.
He's gonna tear you up.
That's Mike Tyson never beat a fighter he wasn't afraid of.
Yeah.
Guys jump in the ring and are afraid of him, he'd wear him out. But Buster Douglas got in the ring, he wasn't afraid of Tyson.
I'm not afraid of this guy. I'm a boxer too. I'm a highly trained professional too.
Yeah, he wasn't afraid of him.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson never beat a fighter that was afraid of him. And this is what you got with the Democrats. Trump wasn't afraid of him. He from day one, when he opened his campaign, when he announced his candidacy, he never acted like he was afraid of them. And he challenged them.
If you look at his strategy, it's like, first, I'm going to go after all these Republicans that are in the race with me, get rid of them, sweep them aside. And you Democrats, hold on a minute. I'll be with you in a minute. You just go ahead and sit down over in the corner and I'll give it to you straight away. Now that he's gotten to them and he's taken it to them, everything that they've tried has not worked. So don't think that when Brett Kavanaugh gets confirmed to the Supreme Court, don't think that they're going to quit.
No, they're who they are.
Yeah,
they're not going to start. They're like, I think I might have said this before. When a rat population gets out of control, all you see are older rats. You don't see any babies because the older rats eat the babies because to keep the population down. So you don't see any young rats. All the rats are old. That's how you know you have an infestation. And with the Democrats, what they think about Blasey Ford, what they think about throwing her under the bus is nothing. Nothing. Yeah. They will throw Cory Booker under the bus if they think it's to their advantage. Mm-hmm. That's who these people are. Mm-hmm. They'll turn on each other in a minute. Mm-hmm. It's just like rats. Mm-hmm. And they're unredeemable in their current state of mind.
Yeah,
And I know some of you Christians out there will say, well, God died, Jesus died for everybody. Yes, he did, But God also opened up the earth and swallowed a bunch of people. You get to the point where they call it reprobate, where you become unredeemed. You can't talk to this person.
Yeah.
Their will is locked. They chose, if you're drowning and somebody throws you a life preserver, and you push it away from you, well, what are they supposed to do?
Yeah. I want you to jump in so I can wrestle with you and we both drown.
What are they supposed to do?
Yeah.
Then they jump in and you fight them. I don't want you to rescue me.
Yeah.
I don't want you to rescue me. Well, you're going to drown. I don't care about that. I don't want you to rescue me. And this is basically where you got the Democrats at now. They've done so much dirt and so much wicked crap, wicked stuff that you really don't even want to talk about once you learn about it. It's just sick and twisted stuff.
Yeah, I like what I continue to think about what they were told by I can't think of his name now, from South Carolina, the senator.
Lindsey Graham?
Yeah, Lindsey Graham. Just had a brain fart there. I like what he said to him, and he looked at him and he pointed right at them and looked them right in the eye. Next year, we retain power, which they will. We retain that power. And I become the chairman of the Judiciary Committee. I'm going to remember this.
Yeah, I'm going to remember this.
That just keeps rolling around in my head. Because you know what, folks? It's time that people start coming at these Democrats and coming at them hard. They know, the Democrats do, that they're in the mode of desperate times, calls for desperate measures. They know they're in that mode right now. So that don't be surprised that anything they do, anything they say, don't be surprised. If you have to rely on the weasel to help you out,
it's bad.
It's really bad.
It's really bad.
The weasel, that's your trump card.
Yeah.
And no pun intended, that's your trump card, is the weasel. And for those of you who don't know who the weasel is, Michael Avenatti. Yeah. What did Alan Dershowitz say on Sean Hannity the other night? He says, talking about Julie Swetnick. Dershowitz says, Julie Swetnick needs to get rid of Michael Avenatti, the weasel, and get her a real lawyer. Not another lawyer, a real lawyer. You got this crackerjack box lawyer who got his law license out of a crackerjack box. Nothing but an ambulance chaser. That's all he is. Don't be surprised when you see Michael Avenatti. Well, I got this dame here that got abused, and I got this one and this one. Don't be surprised. Because that's what they do. That's what they do. They're not going to stop. Not going to stop at all. The only thing that's going to stop these vile and wicked Democrats is some prosecutions, some grand juries, some indictments, and some jail time. That's the only thing that's going to stop them.
And some of them are in such bad, tight straits. You know, we might have a 1929 going on here. You know, you might see some of them jumping out of windows. You know, when I thought about that, I thought about Godfather 2, where they were sitting talking, and they start talking about how, you know, old Roman, when they were disgraced, how they would set their house in order, you know, take them a night house bath and slit their wrists, you know. But they would, you know, long as, you know, you take this way out and we won't destroy your family. You know, we won't eliminate you from, you know, your family, you know, go to your house and kill all your people. And so basically, some of them are in such tight situations. In order to save their family, you might see some suicides, you know, because they are in so deep, you know, especially with the Chinese. They are in so deep, you know, in, as far as treason, sedition, all of it, you know, and they have no way out, you know. If they go to trial, they will go for military. It will be military tribunal. They're not going to get a civil trial, and they know that.
So the only thing for them right now is to be defiant to the end.
To the end.
It makes me think of that old poster from way back in the day. You see the eagle perched up on the tree. You see the little rabbit down here. The eagle's getting ready to swoop down and get it. All right? So the rabbit, he senses this. So what he does is he looks up at the eagle and flips him off, right? Yeah. And it's like last great act of defiance, you know? Hey, man, he's going to get me. I may as well flip him off, you know?
Yeah, that's from way back in the day.
Yeah, so that's what you see here is, hey, the Democrats, hey, man, may as well flip the dude off while we're getting taken out. Yeah, because you can't stop this. You cannot stop this, and you know you cannot stop it. You know. It's not like back in the 70s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s, and even on into the early part of this century, where you have the ability and the power to stop what you want it to stop. Yeah. See, you can't stop this one because you're dealing with a guy that has not only emboldened people like Lindsey Graham and Chuck Grassley and Mike Lee. He's emboldened these other Republicans out there now to stand against this wickedness. You've not seen this before, have you, Democrats?
Nope, never had to deal with this before.
Yeah. This is something totally new to you. It's totally foreign to you. But you know what? It's overdue.
Yeah, it's overdue.
It's overdue.
You know, it's like, you know, when thing I played a lot in baseball, I always played center field, you know. And you get this guy, you know, you have to play deep on it, you know, because you know he's more likely he's going to hit it over your head, you know. And so there's really nothing much you can do is hope the guy don't hit it right, and maybe, you know, it stays in the field of play. But it's like, you know, you're going down. Mm-hmm. You know it. You can't stop it. You know, if you could stop it, if you could find something to do, that's why they fight so hard with Kavanaugh. And you brought it up about the money. It's not about abortion. It's about the money that abortion makes for these people. It's about big Dan T. It's all about the money, boys. Whenever you look behind anything, any corruption or anything, it's all about the money. You know, we're not going to have Planned Parenthood able to do, you know, if they kick it back to the states, then the state can say, well, we're not going to
fund it.
We're not going to fund it. You're on your own, you know. If it gets kicked back to the states, you know, each state, you know, you may have some states that might go, well, you know, New York, California.
Yeah, New York, California.
And Illinois is going to go.
And Oregon, places like that.
They're going to go for it, you know, the coastal places, the Democrat control.
Yeah.
But, you know, you're not going to force people that don't want that in their state.
Right.
You know, so when everybody's talking about kicking power back to the states, the Democrats panic.
Yeah.
Because they know they don't have that federal hammer to lower on somebody that don't want to step in line, that don't want to line up and queue up.
Sixth Amendment, states' rights.
Yeah.
Yeah, states' rights. Okay, let's give the smash.
All right, people. Like, again, we enjoy your comments. We enjoy your subscribing and stuff. But if you want to, if you like what you hear, thumbs us up. If you don't like what you hear, thumb it down. If you want to hear more of it, subscribe. And if you want to make sure that you get timely updates, hit the bell next to the subscribe button. You know, ring that bell so you'll get timely updates whenever we put up a video. We put videos up 5 days a week. Unless something, you know, really happens, we'll put up an extra video to talk about it. But anyway, we appreciate you people, you know, and enjoy your comments. Enjoy the fact that you listen to what we two brothers have to say, you know. We're not the smartest people in the world, but we're just trying to give you insight that maybe you might not get, you know, through regular sources, you know, because I know everybody don't have the time to do it, you know, but we two retired guys, we can dig through the internet all day if we want to. So, you know, it's a service we hope we're providing for you, and we hope this helped you out, you know, and from a lot of the comments, people appreciate it, and we appreciate you. You know, we want to make sure that we appreciate you.
Absolutely.
And hey, we're out of here, and we'll see you tomorrow. And most of you stay out of trouble.
Yep.
If you can.
All right. We'll talk to you tomorrow.